Over the past week, YouTube has been unsubscribing people. Do me a favour, check down below, make sure you still subscribe to the channel. And if you're not, please consider subscribing, it helps me out a lot, it's completely free to do. And obviously you can change your mind at any point. We stated over on Twitter that once we hit 100,000 subscribers, we're going to do the biggest giveaway this channel's ever done, so don't miss out on it. As if Christmas is next week. I cannot wait. I'm like a massive child and I just cannot wait to open some prezzies, have some fun and drink lots and lots of alcohol. It's what Christmas is about. Now this video we've got quite a few things to talk about. We've got a rumour for a huge open world game which looks really fun. We've got some bonus content for a previous PlayStation Plus title and quite a few other things to talk about as well. As usual though, before we do get into it, any of you guys that need to renew your PlayStation Plus memberships, if you're looking for PSN credit on the cheap or you just want to get your pre-ordered games at a decent discounted price, make sure you check out the sponsor Instant Gaming. The link down in the description will give you a little bit more of a discount. It is definitely worth checking out. Everything on their site is usually like 20 to 30% off. Definitely take a look, save yourself a few quid. But let's get into it. First up, the drop. We didn't do the video yesterday. There's only one new game out this week, which personally I'm kind of interested in checking out, but I know a lot of people out there are more looking forward to this. And it's FNAF Security Breach. Now, I was expecting this to have a VR version as well, just because of the way that the game was kind of announced. I know with FNAF, the VR side of it has been huge, and a lot of these style games recently have been getting kind of VR versions as well. But Security Breach, if you don't know what it is, it's kind of like you let loose in like a pizza place kind of thing, or when you're looking at the trailer for it, you kind of look like you're in like a soft play area. And you've got these robotic things hunting you down. I'll be honest, FNAF isn't a game that I've ever really got into myself. The whole thing of when you're just sat at your computer desk and you have to turn a light on and look at a certain direction and close a door. I found it a little bit boring, not gonna lie. This version looks like it's got a lot more to it, which is the reason that I am kind of looking forward to it. I like my horror games, I like my jump scare games. Granted, this, I don't really class it as horror, but it's got a few jump scares in it. But it does look like it could be cool. That one is actually due out today, I think. It'll be interesting to see what people kind of get from this. And I am curious to see what you guys think as well. Security Breach, something that you're picking up or something that you're not really interested in. Now, we've also had this month's PlayStation Plus games for a week now. I did the review video yesterday where we kind of put the games in order. I wanted to spend a little bit of time with the games rather than just doing it immediately. But the game that ended up coming in at the #1 spot was LEGO DC Supervillains. Not gonna lie, I actually really enjoy playing it. To be fair, I'm a bit of a LEGO game geek anyway. I still play like the Harry Potter ones. I know they've been out quite a while. I do prefer the open world LEGO games. This one is really amazing. It's nice to play it on the other side, which is a bit weird. Usually you're playing the good guys that are knocking out the bad guys, and on this one you're the evil people killing the police and all that sort of stuff. It's just the opposite side of the game. It's pretty cool. It's definitely worth playing. If it's not one that you've downloaded yet, I would definitely advise giving it a play. It's so funny. LEGO games are just entertaining anyway, the way that the humour is in it. But that come in at the #1 spot. Now, before we get on to the rumours, there are a few people that messaged last week asking if we're doing the Amazon wishlist thing again this year for Christmas. It is down in the description if you guys are interested in taking a look through it, and we'll be doing the same thing again. Anything that kind of comes through, we'll probably do like an opening video or something, just to see what weird stuff you guys end up looking at on there. I know there's some pretty weird stuff, not gonna lie. But onto the rumours. The rumour is for a game called The Pathless. Now, The Pathless is a free-running, open-world style game where you play as a hunter. You get faster as you shoot like targets and talismans and stuff, and you've got to free the land from a force that's like corrupting large beasts. It does look pretty cool. It uses the PS5 DualSense functionality as well. If this one does come to PlayStation Plus, I think it'd be pretty cool. It's something different, it's something quirky, but at the same time, it's something that a lot of people will enjoy. Moving on though, bonus content. It's always nice to get something for free, whether or not it's through PlayStation Plus or through a different service. This one is through Twitch Prime. Now, don't worry if you don't have an active membership. there is a link down below that will give you a 30-day free trial so you can claim this stuff and a load of other free stuff as well. But the content that we're looking at this week is for Dead by Daylight. Now, this was a free PlayStation Plus game ages ago, but at the same time, it's so much fun to play if you're actually sat in a party with your friends playing it. One thing I will say, it's another one of them games that playing it with randoms can get really boring. A lot of the time, like, the monster that's hunting you, it could literally be a person that goes AFK, and you literally end up stuck sat there, have to back out, find a new game. It can get a little bit irritating, but the free content that you can get for it is two kind of skins. It's the Altered Perception and the Deluded Perception outfits. They look quite nice. It's like a blue and gold and like a red and like a lavary orangey gold kind of colour. Definitely interested in the way that these look. When it comes to cosmetics in this game, I'll be honest, there's not that many that I've picked up. I think the only thing that I've ever actually bought for this game was the Stranger Things DLC, and that was just so I can be a Demogorgon and run around and eat people. Definitely fun though. But if you've never played Dead by Daylight, it's kind of like a 4v1 game where there's no AI involved in it. It's like there's 4 people that are trying to escape and there's 1 person that's a hunter, and they're all actual people that are controlling them. If you're the hunter or the monster as such, you've just literally got to try and get around the map, kill the people, stick them on a hook, and then they die and then they're out. Or if you're one of the people that's trying to just survive and break away, you've got to restart these generators while trying to avoid the monster that's coming around to hunt you. It's a pretty cool, quirky game, but again, it's one that's a lot more fun to play in a party with your friends rather than with random people. What have I been playing? You guys always ask in the comments what games I've been playing, because I tend to swap around quite a bit. This week, I've actually been playing a game that I mentioned last week that I kind of predicted to come onto the PlayStation Plus games for next month, and it's a game called Fuser. After kind of looking at it, I thought, I'm going to actually give that a go. It looks like my kind of game. And it's like a music game where you're a DJ, and it's got the whole aspect of a campaign, so if you think of like Rock Band or Guitar Hero and you're kind of playing it through, that side of it, I'll be honest, I found really boring. However, the moment that you jump into like free mode where you can literally just create, it goes on forever. There's no time limit on it, and literally you just mix your own tracks. I ended up mixing one which was like a Carly Rae Jepsen and Dance Monkey remix, and it actually sounded pretty cool to the point I ended up uploading it onto the other channel and posting a link for anyone that was interested to kind of listen to it. I thought it was actually pretty cool. There's tons and tons of popular songs on there. When you do play through the campaign, you unlock some other free songs that you can use, and you can also buy songs the usual kind of way. But it's pretty cool the way that it works. You do have to kind of mix stuff in a certain way at a certain time so the timing sounds right. But if you like music making games, it's definitely one that you'd enjoy. I would definitely recommend this for anyone anyway. But moving on to my predictions, the 2 games that I'm going to go for are 2 huge games, but they've been out long enough to the point where they could possibly come to PlayStation Plus. First up is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I played this day 1, enjoyed it, but the usual kind of thing popped up for me. It's a single player campaign game, so after playing it for a few hours, friends invited me to play other stuff, ended up going on the other stuff and kind of forgetting about Valhalla to the point I think I'm still halfway through the game, and I just haven't ended up jumping back on it. But when I have played it, I have really enjoyed it. It's a typical Assassin's Creed, apart from it's based around Vikings. You end up travelling around in the boats and stuff. It's pretty cool. It is one that I have really enjoyed. And I mean, out of the Assassin's Creed games, I didn't enjoy the Egypt one, I didn't enjoy the other more recent one as well. However, Valhalla is one that I have actually really enjoyed playing. The second one that I'm going to go for is Cyberpunk 2077. I know. This was plagued with bugs, and I'll be honest, I don't even know whether it's been fixed. It got took off the PlayStation Store at one point because of how bad it was. And I mean, when I played it, it was entertaining. It weren't a bad game, but there was just stuff that didn't make sense. You'd be in a cutscene talking to someone, they'd turn around and walk away, and like literally they'd walk through a table that'd flip over 17 times, and then your character would end up stuck in a locker that the door was hanging off, and it was like, that weren't meant to happen. All he was meant to do was walk out of the room. And it was just really stupid bugs like that, where literally it is as though they made a game and never bothered testing it. It's the way that it felt. However, it was fun to play. It's not a bad game. I'm pretty sure it's had tons of updates to the point where all that bad stuff's kind of gone away. and Cyberpunk needs a bit of love. It's a game that people wanted for a long time, and when it came out everyone was disappointed because of bugs and all the bad stuff. So putting it on PlayStation Plus I think would be a way to get people happy about the game again. Curious to see what you guys think though. Cyberpunk on PlayStation Plus, would it make you happy, or would it be a buggy disaster? Now, any of the games that I mentioned today, if you're looking for new people to play with, make sure you jump in the Discord, decent community, and just an easy way to find new people to play with so you're not stuck playing solo on any multiplayer games. But that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, a like would be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new. But thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you next time.